Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to do this get ready with me. It's going to be my hair and my makeup. And I'll show you guys how I got this cute little hairstyle. So yeah, I'm on YouTube looking crusty as hell. The glow up is about to be so real. I have my hair in 6 braids and individual twists in the back. So I'm going to take down these braids in the front and I'm going to spray my hair with a spray bottle and just trying to get rid of that braid out look, so my natural curls can kind of like come through a little bit and just, yeah, to make it look more natural. Then I'm going to brush this up into a ponytail. I'm using Gorilla Snot on my hair. You can't really see that in the video, but I did use Gorilla Snot. And I'm just going to brush it up into a high ponytail on top of my head. And then I'm going to take a track of my curly hair and I'm going to pin it in place. Basically, I just fold the track in half, put the clip in the folded part, or the bobby pin in the folded part, and then just pin it into my head. And I'm literally going to do the same thing on the other side. And I'm going to do, I think I'm going to use like 2 or 3 bobby pins, but use as many as you need to make sure your hair is secure, so you know your little buns don't go flying off your head or anything. Then I'm going to take my curly clip-ins and I'm just going to clip it in between my individual twists. I think that's what those are called, like little twist out things. So yeah, I'm just gonna, you're not gonna be able to see that like I have these twists in my head on the clip-ins, like it just kind of blends perfectly. So now we're gonna start creating our bun, and we're literally just gonna fold the hair over backwards to just create a little bun in the front. And you can make it how big or how little as you want it. I kind of make mine like a little medium-sized buns, and you'll see if it's okay if it's not perfect. Like I probably redid that bun like 2 or 3 times just to make it how I want it. And don't worry about that track in the back. I swear to God, it's not gonna show. Like I promise, it's not gonna show. Just let me keep going in the video. So now I'm taking some more Gorilla Snot and I'm just making sure my edges are laid. This is literally my favorite part about doing my hair, is my baby hairs. Like, I don't know, something so satisfying about doing baby hairs. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing on both sides and just brush the baby hairs in the direction that they go. So now you're just going to take your scarf, tie it taut to your head, and just make sure that it's really tight so that way your edges can lay. And I'm just taking this curling gel and spraying it on my buns just so they don't get frizzy. So now I'm going to move on to makeup, and I'm going to prime my face using my Becca primer. It sometimes leaves, well, it doesn't sometimes, it always leaves a white cast on my face, but I really don't care because the foundation always ends up covering it up. Now I'm going to start with my brows, and I'm going to use my Anastasia Brow Wiz in the color Ebony, and I have a more in-depth tutorial about how I do my brows. I don't think I've really changed much on how I do them, but I did add one more step that you'll see in the end of the video. So yeah, I just kind of shape my brows and I fill in the sparse parts, and I like my brows to try to look as natural as possible. Sometimes I can get like a little heavy-handed, but yeah, we're just going for as natural as possible on the brows. After I'm done shaping my brows, I use the NARS concealer in medium dark 3 to kind of, you know, basically get them to look crisp and how your body likes their eyebrows to be quote unquote on fleek. I like to use a concealer as close to my natural skin color as possible, just because I don't want to have that like concealer look. I feel like it looks so weird. And I'm like using a small little brush from e.l.f. I don't think it's a concealer brush at all, but I use it for a concealer brush. I'm actually pretty sure it might be an eyeliner brush, but yeah, I don't really care what the brush is used for. If I find a better use for it, I'm going to use it. Now I'm going to take my Sacha setting powder and I'm going to blend out all of that concealer, just because I tend to get seriously oily around these parts and I need for that not to happen and for my makeup to last all day. So I'm going to blend it out with the Sacha powder. Then I'm going to take, I think this is 360 in my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I'm usually 355, but they didn't have it, so I went with 360, and it's a little dark, but it's okay. I can brighten myself up with concealer. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this all over my face and then also on top of my eyelids. But when I do put it on top of my eyelids, I have to go right behind it with the Sacha setting powder, because if I don't, my eyelids will get so oily and so greasy and there will not be any makeup on my eyes anymore. Like, I will literally look like I did nothing. So just to make sure all the effort that I'm putting in, it lasts all day, I have to set it with the powder, and then I go back in with the foundation and then in with the powder one more time. Now I'm going to remove my scarf just so I could get the foundation on top of my forehead and make sure my hair is laid. So I'm just going to take the foundation and blend it all in on my forehead. I have a pretty small forehead, so I don't typically contour my forehead. I'll highlight it, but I won't contour because my forehead is already super small, and yeah, it just doesn't look right on me. Next, I take whatever's left on my beauty blender and just kind of blend out wherever I think might be a little bit too bright, where I left concealer, and I might blend it in a little bit on the bottom, make sure it's blending all into my neck and all that good stuff. Then I take my MAC highlighter, which is obviously way too bright for my skin, but I like for my under eye to be super bright, so I'm going to start with a lighter color and then build it up to a darker color. So I kind of conceal or highlight 3 times, and I'll leave all the colors in the description box. And the last color that I use to highlight is a mix of 2 concealers, so I'll leave all of that in the description box below. I make sure that I bring my highlight all the way down into the places where I know it's going to cast light. So I want to make sure I'm just creating shadows and balancing light when I'm highlighting my face. So after I blend to my liking on one side of my face, I have to set right under my eye and in the crease of my nose, or else I will get fine lines. Like, it does not fail. If I do not do this step, I will have lines, and my foundation and highlight will crease under my eye and along my nose. So I just always have to set really quickly. Now I'm going to take my same setting powder, and I'm just going to roll it into my face. I kind of pick which parts I use a lot of powder on and which parts I use a little bit of powder on. So yeah, I just kind of roll and pat into my face and into the places where I highlighted. I use a lot of powder on my nose and in that like inner cheek area, I guess you can call it, because that is where I get my oiliest. Like, it's off the chain. So while that sets for a little bit, I'm going to use my lip scrub and basically trying to get some of the dead skin off of my lip, and I'm going to moisturize with a lip moisturizer. So now I'm going to dust away all of that powder, and I'm going to use a big brush for most of my face, and then I'm going to go in with a smaller little blending brush where I first put all of that powder, and I'm going to dust away the parts there, and then I'm going to go with the big powder brush and just set the rest of my face. So now you're going to see me contour my nose. I bring it up into my brow bone, down the side of my nose, and across my bridge. And then I contour the side of my face in an upside down F because I don't contour my forehead. That's just kind of like what works best for me. And after I contour in my upside down F, I use the other side of that brush and I brush along my jawline and my temple, a color called MAC Rasin, because thinks it brings some type of like redness to my face. And then I take it underneath my lip just to create that little bit of a shadow. And then I'm gonna take my highlight, and this is a ColourPop highlight. It's from the K-pop collection. And I'm gonna tap that into my face. Well, not tap it, like dab it. And I'm gonna blend it out and tap a little bit on my nose and bring it down the bridge of my nose just to elongate my nose a little bit. And then I blend that out as well. And I go in with it again on top of my lip, in my little cupid's bow, and in my inner corner tear ducts. Where my highlight gets like a little bit extra, I take my Bobbi Brown Bronze Glow, which is my favorite highlighter, and I tap that in with a foundation brush. Then I use my blush Desert Rose from MAC. It's like my go-to blush. I love it so much. And then I take whatever's left on that contour brush and I use it. And then after applying all that powder, I have to go back into my brows and just clean up the shape a little bit. And then after I clean up the shape, I take my Eyeko, I think that's what it's called, mascara, Skinny Brush Mascara, and I brush it alongside to set my brows and to darken them a little bit. Then I go in with my first coat of mascara. I can't remember the name of this one, but I think it's Lancome. I'll leave it in the description box. And then I use that one, and it's like a dark blue. It's not really like a black, it's like a blue black. And then I take my Better Than Sex waterproof mascara, and I go in with that because my eyes water so much, so I have to go in with the waterproof mascara. Then I applied my lashes off camera. As you can see, I fucked one of them up because I used too much glue. So yeah, don't be like me. Don't use a lot of glue and mess yourself up, but I wasn't going back. So now I'm going in on my lips with my Kylie Lip Kit Liner. It's one of my favorite liners. I like using a dark brown liner. And at first I thought I was going to do this one lip, which I do a lot, which is just a liner and some gloss. But then you'll see I quickly decided that I didn't like that one. But I mean, you can go with the gloss with this look. But then I kind of just looked at it and I was like, nah, I need to go matte. Then after I wiped that gloss off, I realized I forgot to set my spray. So I used my Urban Decay setting spray. And then I go back in with the Kylie Lip Kit Liner. And then I'm going to go in with a color called Bound from ColourPop. It's like one of my favorite colors. And my lip was still peeling after I used that lip scrub. I don't know why. But yeah, I'm just going to blend that in together. And I'm going to take one of my brushes that I use on my lips, and I'm just going to blend that all in so I don't have such a harsh liner look. But I like for it to look like a little bit poppin'. And yeah, I'm just going to blend all that in with the brush. So I'm done with my makeup. Gonna remove that scarf now, and you see your baby hairs are laid, honey. And then I'm gonna fluff out the curls a little bit, and then you see the track that I was talking about in the beginning. Watch me cover it up in like 2 seconds. So I'm gonna take my hair and just pull it, not my hair, the weave, whatever, pull it to the side, take a small black bobby pin and pin it, boom, track covered on one side. Next, I'm going to do the exact same thing to the other side, pull the hair over, pin it, track covered on one side. You can barely see those bobby pins. And then I'm going to spray my weave with this curl styling gel from Garnier Fructis just to control the frizz a little bit because this hair will get frizzy. And then you turn around and see that none of my twists are showing, which is absolutely crazy. And this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!